Well, is it panic time? That's the big question that we have to ask ourselves today. The Mets come into this game in third place, 8.5 behind the league leading Dodgers, who are in town once again. We have had a real rough go of it here recently, and we'll see what we can do today against the Dodgers. Up is Maury Wills, and he gets to face Bob Ojeda. Ojeda, fourth in the NL and ERA at 2.41. Ojeda has done very well so far this season, and there's a ground ball foul to the right side, and it's 0-1 just like that. Ojeda has been one of those very, very rare bright spots here in the pantheon of the Mets, as there's a ground ball to second, Backman throws to first base, and there's one away. Up now is Willie Davis. Ojeda, probably the only pitcher we've had with any sort of consistency. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1 on Willie. We saw the other day, even Sid Fernandez has had his problem. Willie fouls that one past first, 0-2. Here comes the windup in the pitch, and that misses inside, 1-2. Ojeda's next pitch is another Scroogey, and off speed that is, gets him to swing and miss, and down he goes. First strikeout of the game for Bob Ojeda, and that will bring up Tommy Davis. So 2 outs here, top of the first, and there's a strike to Davis. It's 0-1. Next pitch in there, it's a ground ball to third. Ray Knight has that, throws to first. Inning is over, and so we will go to the bottom of the second inning, or of the first inning, I'm sorry, no score. And that brings up, of course, Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra, I think the game was trying to tell me the other day that Dykstra was a little bit cold. I don't think that this guy knows what cold means. Stan Williams, the pitcher here for the Dodgers. Williams with the 6.61 ERA, 16 1/3 innings pitched. 0-2 his record. If you want to know how he was in real life in '62, he had a 4.46 ERA, almost walked as many as he struck out, 98 walks to 108 strikeouts, and was 14-12. Of course, that record doesn't mean so much. Swinging and a miss, and it's 0-2 now on Lenny, and that is low. 1-2 now the count. And this is just fouled away. It remains 1-2 on Dykstra. And this is blasted to center, go baby go, but it doesn't have enough wind under it, and that'll be caught easily out there by Willie Davis. One away. Up now, Mookie Wilson. Wilson, kind of our second leadoff man, and he goes reaching for that one, hits a little ground ball to Wills at short, who throws to first and gets him easily. 2 away, and here comes Keith. So the Mets still looking cold, and Hernandez takes the ball low, 1-0. You think that with somebody who walks as many as Williams does, as there's a strike, 1-1, that you would want to take a few pitches. And there's a strike in the outside corner, 1-2. Keith doing just that, and he takes a fastball just low. How did that one miss? 2-2 the count. That misses again, so now it's a full count on Keith. And this is just fouled away. Full count remains. Fouled away again, so Hernandez is making Stan work. And there's one low and away for ball 4. Good eye by Hernandez. And so Hernandez is able to pick it up and make it happen, and is the runner on at first base. Here comes now Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry, known for striking out more than anything else. He's hitting .301, but has struck out 57 times. Seems to strike out 2 times every game, and there's a strike to him. And a swing and a miss, 0-2. That's low. 1-2 the count now on Darryl. Way upstairs, 2-2, trying to get him to chase that, but you got to be careful with anything high against this guy. There's ball 3 on the outside corner, so it's a full count now on Strawberry. And we'll see what he does, and that is ball 4. That one was high. So Strawberry able to walk, and that puts runners now on first and second for the Mets, and up comes Gary Carter. And there's a strike, a little bit inside there on Carter. A little bit surprised that they called that one a strike, but they call it a strike anyway, so it's 0-1. And this is hit over to right field. It's not going to hold up. That fouls out of the reach of Frank Howard. 0-2 quickly. There's a ball outside. 1-2 now the count. That's blasted to right field. That's holding up. Howard can't get there. It's out of play. 1-2 remains. This is another pop-up. This will do it. The second baseman, Gilliam, grabbing that for the out, and we go to the top of the second inning. Still no score. So no score here in this one early on. No hits, no anything. Here comes Frank Howard. There was a strike to him, a little bit low, 0-1. That's fouled away. 0-2 the count. Let's see if I can do my math. It's only counting to 4 and counting to 3. You think it'd be easy. There's the changeup that misses down and in. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Frank. So 1 away. Second strikeout for Ojeda, and that will bring up Duke Snider. There's a strike in there to Snider, starting him off strong. Snider hitting 229, hitting 5th here. 4 home runs, 23 driven in. Little bit of power. There's a ball inside, 1-1. Blast to the center field, and Lenny will not get there in time. That ends up being a base hit, so the Duke comes through, and that brings up Ron Fairley, and we're going to go to double play depth here. And let's see what we can do with this. Swing and a miss by Fairley, who looked bad on that screwball. Fouls another one away, 0-2.
Strike 3.
And that's strike 3 called. A big curveball, 65 miles an hour, that had the outside corner, and there's 2 away. Third strikeout now for Ojeda, and here comes Gilliam. He fouls 1 away, 0-1 on Jim. And there's a strike in the outside corner, so Ojeda's getting those calls. This is low, 1-2 now the count. It's lined to third base past Knight, and that'll be a base hit. Mookie Wilson is able to field that, but his throw over to third is late, so Duke Snider moves over to third, and that'll bring up Doug Camilli. Camilli, I think this is the first time we've seen him, the catcher, hitting 159. This is a matchup we like. He fouls the first pitch away, 0-1. Fouls away another one, 0-2. He has got him set up. And that was inside for a ball. I thought that he swung on that, but now they're saying he checked his swing, so now it's a 1-2 count. Blasted over to left field, and Mookie Wilson is there for the catch, and he makes it, and we go to the bottom of the second. So the Mets able to overcome, giving up a couple of base runners there in the top of the second inning. 2 hits for the Dodgers, but nothing comes across, and that brings up Ray Knight here, bottom of the second. No scores. Knight fouls 1 away, 0-1. And there's a ball inside, 1-1 on Ray. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. And swing and a miss that time, down he goes. So Knight doesn't look particularly good striking out there. 1 away. Here comes Santana. And there's a strike to Rafael, 0-1. And the ball, 1-1. Just fouled away, 1-2. Fouls away another one, 1-2 remains. And there's a ball low and away. It's 2-2 on Rafael. And he fouls away another one. So Rafael up there fighting. A little ground ball to third base. It's a good play over there by Davis, who throws the first for the second out. That'll bring up Wally Backman, and Backman probably feels a little hard done by hitting 8th. He probably should be hitting 7th in front of Santana. He takes the ball. Then a strike inside corner for that strike. I don't know about that call. Gets a hold of one on the outside corner and hits it over to first base, and that's a real easy play there for the first baseman. Fairley goes to the bag himself. We go to the top of the third inning, and there's still no score. Up comes Stan Williams, the pitcher, to lead this off top of the third. 2 hits for the Dodgers, nothing for the Mets. There's a screwball low from Ojeda, and this one's blasted over to center field, but Lenny is there in time for the out, and he has it 1 away. 1 away. Maury Wills comes up next. Wills hitting 297, but not hitting against the Mets, and he fouls 1 away, 0-1. And that's a ground ball over to first base. Hernandez fields it, flips over to Ojeda, and they get Wills in time. Wills can really come down that line quickly, but the Mets able to get that one pulled off in time, and there's 2 away. And here comes the next batter, and that's going to be ground ball over to Knight, who throws to first in time, and that'll take care of Willie Davis. So that happened so quickly, hard for me to react, and we go now to the bottom of the third inning, and it's still a scoreless ball game. Here now is Bob Ojeda, the pitcher for the Mets, and so we'll see if Ojeda can get on. He takes a strike. Stan Williams throwing very well, uncharacteristically well. There's a ground ball over to first base, and it's going to be scooped up there by Fairley, who goes to the bag himself, 1 away. Here comes Lenny, hitting 357. Takes the ball low, 1-0. Mets with lots of crooked numbers there with all those RBIs, home runs, hits, and especially stolen bases in the case of Dykstra. 2-0 pitch. Fouled away. It's 2-1 on Lenny. And that one misses for ball 3, and you know he's going to take this one. And that was low, but called the strike. That's a hard pitch to take, but it was in there. Full count now, Lenny. As it's popped up. Popped up is going to be the shortstop, Wills, making this catch for the out. He grabs it, 2 away, and here now is Mookie Wilson. So the Mets having some troubles here today with Stan Williams, and it's a little bit strange because you would think that we'd be able to dominate them, and that definitely has not happened. Wilson takes the ball low, 1-0. Fouls one away, 1-1. Of all the games in this series you think we'd win, this would be the one. 2-1 as that slider misses inside. And this is popped up poorly by Wilson. That's going to be an easy play for the third baseman there. And Davis grabs that for the out. And here comes Tommy Davis here to lead things off in the top of the 4th inning. So no score in this ball game as of yet. The Mets without even a base hit. The Dodgers have 2. Here is Tommy Davis, who takes the ball low, 1-0. Swing and a miss. This is a good pitch by Ojeda. Curveball really fooled him, 1-1. And that screwball just outside, 2-1. And that one misses again, it's 3-1. Hit over to right field. Strawberry coming on hard, but can't get there in time. It's a base hit in front of him. Not much of a chance that Darryl had on catching that ball, so we won't criticize him too much for that. That brings up Frank Howard. We go to double play depth. And Frank fouls one away, 0-1. This is fouled over to the other way, 0-2 the count quickly. And that curve just misses low. I would argue that hit the strike zone. That one was outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss, down goes Howard. Howard strikes out for the 40th time this season. That'll bring up Duke Snider. 1 away here, top of the 4th inning. There's Tommy Davis on at first base for the Dodgers. Snider takes a strike outside, 0-1. And that fastball misses, 1-1. Fouled away, it's 1-2. Ground ball to second. Backman has to go to first, no play at second. So Backman able to get the 1 out. Tommy Davis moves over to second base, and here comes Ron Fairley with 2 outs, but with a runner in scoring position. And he takes a strike of the knees, 0-1. This is low, 1-1. There's a strike in the outside corner, so it's 1-2 count. That's hit through second base. That'll be a base hit, and the lack of a double play really makes a difference there. Strawberry's throw home is way off line, and the Dodgers have gone out in front 1-0 once again. And here comes Jim Gilliam. So more bad luck for the Mets as Gilliam takes a strike. Barely with the base hit and the RBI, and there's a ground ball to Backman who throws to first, and that does it. The Dodgers pick up that 1 run, and you really have to ask yourself about whether the Mets could have gotten a double play. A double play would have changed the course of that inning, certainly, and we're going to have to shake that one off and forget about it. Here now is Keith Hernandez, the Mets without a hit. Bottom of the 4th, down 1-0. There's a strike right in his wheelhouse that he just watched. This is low, and he hits it over to center field. That's a base hit for Keith. The game tells me that Keith is cold, but he gets the first base hit of the game for the Mets. He's been hitting cold, and he's hitting .359 now. I'd love to be cold like that. Up comes Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry hits one foul to the right side, 0-1. Darryl, again, 57 strikeouts so far this season. That's what he seems to do the most. Hits this over to the right side foul again, and it's 0-2. He's set up. And that's low, 1-2 the count. Blasted. Center field, and Willie Davis is able to get there for it. Boy, that looked good. I'm wondering if we have some sort of wind pushing in. Yeah, it's coming in from right. I think that's what was going on. So there's 1 away. Here now is Gary Carter. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 against Gary. That's fisted foul to the right side, 0-2. Ground ball to short. Wills goes to second for 1, and the relay throw is in time at first base. So Carter grounds into the double play, and that does that for the Mets in the 4th inning. We go now to the top of the 5th inning, and it remains 1-0 Dodgers, and it may actually be panic time here for the Mets. Here is Camilli again, who takes a screwball for a strike, 0-1. Fouls 1 away now, 0-2. And that changeup misses inside. Doug, not known for his bat, he swings and misses at that third strike, and there's 1 away. That's the 5th strikeout there for Ojeda. Here is now Stan Williams. 5 strikeouts, and you feel upset about his performance because we gave up the run, and it was because of that double play that we didn't get. There's a screwball for a strike to Williams. It's 0-2 on him quickly. And there's a ball inside, 1-2 the count. Hit over to left field. Mookie running hard on that, but it'll be out of play. 1-2 remains. Blasted to left again. Wilson, no play on that one. That's foul once again. So Williams able to get around in a couple of these and takes the ball low. 2-2 the count. Ground ball to short. Santana throws to first for the out, and there are 2 away. Here now is Maury Wills. So the Mets defense doing what it needs to as Wills takes a strike, but that one run looms large. This is golfed over to right field. Darrell goes back on it, then comes in again and makes the catch for the out, and that ends the top of the 5th inning. But the Mets still trailing 1-0 against the Dodgers here at home, and we need something to happen. Here comes Ray Knight. Stan Williams has shut us down, and Knight takes a strike way inside, and then swings and misses with that one outside 0-2, and they really set him up with that. And there's a ball, 1-2. That's low, 2-2 the count. Blast to the left. Well, and there it goes. Ray Knight with the big solo home run off of Williams to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Knight got all of that one, blasted 397 feet over to left field, and there was no doubt about that as soon as he hit it. Mets fighting against that wind coming in from right, but they were able to get that one out, and it's a 1-1 ball game, and here we go. Rafael Santana now up there, 1-1, as Santana takes a ball inside, 1-0. There's a ball low, 2-0 now to Rafael. Oh, ground ball to first base. Easily fielded by Fairley, flips over to Williams covering at the bag, and there's one away. Here now, Backman. Wally takes the ball inside, 1-0. Swing and a miss, it's 1-1. Fouled away, now 1-2 on Backman. Blasted foul, still 1-2. That's golfed over to left field, that's going to go to the wall, that's a gapper, it should be 2 at least for Backman. And there he is at second base, he'll stop there. So a double for Backman that splits the outfielder Snyder and Davis, and that brings up the pitcher Ojeda. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And what do you want to do? You want to bunt with Ojeda? I'm not sure if we necessarily want to bunt. I don't know if it makes much sense. I think we swing away here. There's a ball low to him from Williams, 1-0. And there's a strike. It's elevated that a little bit, 1-1. There's another pitch called a strike. It's 1-2. And that was a big sort of wiffle ball type curve that he fouled up and away, out of play. 1-2. 78 pitches now for Williams. 79 as he fouls that one away. Still 1-2. And there's a ball low, 2-2. That misses outside, so it's a full count on Ojeda. Probably doing a good job. And that misses outside again, so Williams does lose him. And that's the outcome that we were thinking that might take place. Williams has had some control problems. We've mentioned that before. He's now walked 3 in this game. Up now is Lenny Dykstra, and Dykstra, who's 0 for 2 and who's been frustrated recently, can really take it out on you here. There's a ball outside to Lenny, 1-0. And that's inside, 2-0. Dykstra's driven in 15. And there's a strike. It's 2-1. I don't know how that was a strike. Looked outside to me. And there's one high. 3-1 the count. He'll take this. And that's ball 4, nowhere near the plate. Williams is really, really reeling. Are they going to keep him in there? They will. They'll pitch now against Mookie Wilson. So Wilson, trying to do his damage, takes a curve for a strike, 0-1. Fouls one away, it's 0-2 in the free swing Wilson. And there's a ball inside. Mookie hitting .333. Of course, he hasn't played that often this season, but 10 stolen bases and has driven in 12. And he loves driving in Lenny. 1-2 the count. Hit deep to left, that's going to be out of play. Remains 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. I told you he's a free swinger. He doesn't like striking out, but it does happen from time to time. And there are 2 men out now for Keith Hernandez, and here comes Keith. So Keith is the one who came up at the beginning of this game was cold. Let's see if he can key it up a little bit here. There's a ball low to him, 1-0. Hit over to right field, and that will be in there for a base hit. 1 run scores. Ojeda tries to score, and it's a poor throw there by Howard. And so the catcher had to run back and grab that. Camilli ends up having to run back to the screen to grab that one. The runners move up, and it's a 3-1 lead now for the Mets. And boy, it's all come together here for the Mets in the bottom of the 5th inning. Coming into this game, we were so worried, and here now is Darryl Strawberry. Now, a win here doesn't save necessarily the season. We would be 7.5 behind the Dodgers in that case, but it's better than a poke in the eye. Strawberry takes a ball, and then swings and misses on a pitch that was way low. That was over by his knees. 1-1. Fouls one away. 1-2 the count. That's low. 2-2 to Darryl. Boy, that was that big curveball that got him way off balance swinging, and down he goes. But we go here to the top of the 6th inning. And the Mets have now a 3-1 lead, and the complexion of this ballgame has changed considerably. Here is Willie Davis here in the top of the 6th. It's a ground ball to second. Backman with the play over to first, 1 away. That brings up now Tommy Davis. That's a strike off speed to Tommy, 0-1. Pop up. Let's see if Carter can get this one. I think it's going to be out of his reach. And it makes the stand, so 0-2 the count now on Tommy. That's fouled. 0-2 the count still. And there's a swing and a miss, so Ojeda racks up his 6th strikeout, and that'll bring up Frank Howard. 2 away here, top of the 6th inning. There's a strike to him, 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Good changeup. Just fouled away. 0-2, and he barely stays alive on that. That one also just fouled away. 0-2 it remains. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Another strikeout for Ojeda. He has struck out Howard 3 times in this game. That's one of those inglorious hat tricks. And we're going to go here to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Mets now holding on to a 3-1 lead, and Stan Williams, interestingly enough, is still in this ball game for the Dodgers. So that might bode well for us. That's a pretty auspicious sign, the way he's been pitching. And Carter takes the ball inside, 1-0. That's high and away. It's 1-1. That's a strike call. I'm not sure what that one was. 2-1 now the count. Could have been 1-2 actually. Fly ball over to Howard and right. He grabs that for the out. 1 away. Here now is Ray Knight. Knight's big home run tied the game in the 5th. He hits this one over to center. Willie Davis has it for the out. 2 away, and up comes Rafael Santana. And there's a strike. Boy, that was a great curveball. You could see that one bend from up here. And a little ground ball over to second base. Gilliam fields that and throws to first. And just like that, we go to the top of the 7th inning. And so the Mets still with a 3-1 lead. Ojeda has struck out 7 Dodgers. He's looking pretty good. And here comes Duke Snider, who takes the ball high, 1-0. There's a ball low to him, 2-0. And ball 3 misses outside, 3-0. And there's a strike, 3-1. Another strike, and that evens up the count, makes it full. Fouled away. Blasted to left field, but Mookie on his horse able to get there in time for the out, 1 away, and here comes Ron Fairley. There's a fastball outside, 1-0. And that misses inside the changeup, 2-0 the count. And there's a strike of the knees, 2-1. Another strike right in there. Even count, 2-2. This hit over to right field. It's going to be, I think, yes, a base hit in front of Strawberry. Couldn't quite get there in time. Darryl playing him a little bit deep, and that ball was hit into no man's land. So with Jim Gillian up, we go back to double play depth. See if we can get one this time. 5th hit of the game for the Dodgers against 4 for the Mets. 1-1 now the count on Jim. Ground ball to third. Knight, Backman on to Hernandez, and we do it. There's the double play. And so just like that, we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning of this game. Mets still clinging on to a 3-1 lead, and here is Wally Backman. Ackman doubled last time up, takes the ball inside, 1-0. And there's a screwball low, 2-0 now. And that misses inside, 3-0 the count. He'll take this one. And that's ball 4. I'm not sure what that last pitch was. It looked like a strike to me, but Backman won't complain. Wally gets the walk, and that was actually a pitch that I thought got a bit of the strike zone. They're saying it was a little bit high. It brings up Ojeda, and he's going to bunt, of course. Infield is in. Throw back to first, nothing happened. This is bunted foul down the third base line. It says first base line. That's interesting. It says third base line up here in the description, but he clearly bunted it down to the left side. Another OOTP problem. Somebody was telling me that it may be better to play without the 3D mode on to play in the 2D mode. We may do that in a future project. Here's the next pitch, and it's bunted right in front of the plate. Catcher Camilli throws to first for the out, and Backman goes to second base, so it's a good bunt. And that is going to be it for Williams. So Larry Sherry comes on here as the relief pitcher. Sherry with a 4.26 ERA, 0-2 this season, 19 innings pitched. And they're putting Sherry, who is a right-handed pitcher, up there against Dykstra, the lefties. That's a real interesting decision. Runner on at second with only 1 out. This works in New York's favor. There's a ball outside to Lenny, 1-0. And that's another ball to him, 2-0 the count. There's ball 3 to Dykstra, and of course he's going to take this one. And there's a strike, 3-1. Fouled away, it's a full count on Lenny. And that's up the middle for a base hit, so Dykstra gets it done. Here comes Wally Backman around to score. The throw will be nowhere near in time. Almost gets away from Camilli again, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Mets. And now here comes Wilson, and now the Mets can play the way that they want to play. Throw to first base, Dykstra gets back. And there he goes. And he's safe at second. That was a strike, a slider, the pitch. Dykstra, though, gets his 27th stolen base of the season. It's an 0-1 count now on Wilson. And he takes the ball inside, 1-1. So the crowd, excited at Dykstra making yet another stolen base, leads the world in that. 27 to Wills' 23. 1-2 now the count on Mookie. Hit to right field. That'll be easy there for Frank Howard. And not quite deep enough to move Dykstra over. So 2 away, and here comes Keith Hernandez. Hernandez, who came into this game cold, is 2 for 2 and has 2 men driven in. And he hits a little weak ground ball over to first base, fairly goes to the bag, and we will now go to the top of the 8th inning. But the Mets get another one, so it's a 4-1 lead. Up now comes Doug Camilli for the Dodgers, and Ojeda stays out there. First pitch swinging, hit to right field, just foul. 0-1, that one had the distance. This is also blasted to right, and it will also be foul, not quite as deep. 0-2, Bobby's got him set up. And that one just misses. 1-2 the count. Fastball just inside. 2-2. Little pop-up. Will Gary get there in time? And Carter's got it for the out. Yes, 1 away. That'll bring up a pinch hitter here for this pitcher. It'll be Darryl Spencer coming in to hit for the Dodgers. 1 out, top of the 8th. 4-1 Mets. There's a ball low. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. And that's low again, 2-1 the count. 3-1 as that missed. And there's ball 4. So Ojeda finally walks his first batter. Bobby's thrown only 99 pitches here in the top of the 8th. And that brings up Maury Wills. And Wills hits the ground ball over to Santana, on to Backman, and over to Hernandez. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. The Mets get the big double play. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mets still on top, 4-1. Here now is Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry up there against Ed Roebuck. Ed Roebuck, the relief pitcher, throws, it looked like a gyro ball. They're saying that was a cutter that missed way outside. That ball started to curve one way and then curve the other. Not sure about the animation there. Roebuck with a 2.63 ERA, a 4-1 record. He's pitched 13 2/3. And there's a strike inside, 1-1 to Darryl. Fouled away to the left side. It's 1-2 now on Strawberry, and he's got him set up. Strawberry struck out once today. He's got 58 this season. And there's number 59, swing and a miss. 1 away, up comes Gary Carter. So Strawberry, who can hit well, keeps striking out. And there's a strike to Carter, 0-1. Swing and a miss on that cutter, 0-2. And that's low, 1-2. I'm not sure if they called it a cutter in 62. One of you guys are going to have to help me out with that as Carter fouls one away. Still 1-2. Fouled away again. It remains 1-2. Blasted over to left field, but that'll be easy for Snyder. 2 away. Up now is Ray Knight, and he gets a smattering of applause. Ray Knight had that home run to tie this game in the 5th inning. And he takes a strike, another cutter, 0-1. That's fouled away, 0-2. Mets having a hard time, and Roebuck a strikeout pitcher, and that's where we really, really struggle. That's low, 1-2 the count. Ground ball to short, and Wills throws to first for the out. That'll do it for the Mets in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now we go over to the top of the 9th, and so the big question now is whether or not we can hold on. Can Ojeda get it done? And up first is Willie Davis. It's a ground ball over to Keith Hernandez, who fields it and goes to the bag. 1 away. That was pretty easy. 2 more outs to go for Bobby. Here's Tommy Davis, who takes a strike, 0-1. And hits this one over to left. That's going to go foul. Wilson on his horse running after it, and he catches in foul territory. There's not much foul territory there, but Mookie was able to get it. 2 away, and here comes Frank Howard. Last chance for the Dodgers. Down 4-1. It was a ball high to Frank, 1-0. This is blasted over to right center field. Dykstra going over, and he jumps up and makes a great catch on that one. Incredible play by Lenny Dykstra to end this ball game. And so Ojeda ends up with the complete game victory. Dykstra came out of nowhere to make that catch. That was one of the more impressive catches I've seen. That was so good, I want to go see this one again, but it's going to make me exit the ball game, unfortunately. So much for that. The Mets come up with a victory here, as you can see, 4-1. 5 hits for the Mets, 5 for the Dodgers. Los Angeles did commit an error in this game, and the Mets overcome the lack of that double play by Backman and turn 2 more afterwards, and we do a pretty good job. 7 strikeouts recorded by Ojeda. And so, hey, maybe there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance, huh? We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.